So we welcome you once again to the alignment classes. As we have discussed earlier in the classes about the alignment of standing poses, then we have discussed about the standing forward extensions. So from the standing now you know how to stand on your feet, how to balance on the both sides. So we are going through a little bit more into the details now. After the standing category, you have to feel how to sit equally on your sits bone. So the next topic of the alignment which we are going to cover now, that is your seated forward extension, or what you say, seated forward bends. So different categories of the poses. If we talk about the seated forward bend, the seated forward extensions, it gives you the intense stretch of the west side, right? West side, on the back side of your body. So different categories of the postures which we are going to cover today. So starting with your Paschimottanasana, right? The Paschim is for west, extended stretch, west side extended stretch. That we are going to cover today. So here, once again, with me, Mr. Sobit is here to perform this posture and alignment and adjustment from the beginner to the advanced level. So let's start that pose, my dear friends. So wherever you are, just come to the sitting position first and foremost. So Mr. Sobit, can you please come to the seated position, leg forward. So in this seated position, guys, the first and foremost thing you have to check. What we have to check, am I putting equal weight? Am I putting equal weight on my both sits bone or not? So sits bone, this is the problem here, right? The sits bone, when I'm talking about the inferior part of your hip bone, where the both bones joins together. So sits bone, as the teacher asks you in so many classes, take a flap out from your sits bone. So before to get into this posture, the one more important thing that we have to check, what? As we have discussed in the anatomy classes, the tilt. Most of the time, people who has lack of immobility, right? The lack of mobility in activity of daily living, they have always, the pelvic goes posterior and the curve on the lumbar spine get flattened, no curve. So here I am showing you the wrong way first, like if his pelvis, suppose he has tight hamstring and the pelvis is going back, you can see what is happening here, no curve on the lower back, right? No curve on the lumbar spine here. So if we're talking about that the pelvic is neutral, see, shoulder is getting open more, yes or no? Shoulder is getting open more. But I'm showing you the wrong way first, like if the pelvis, this happens with the beginner, this is the most common problem, that's why the problem comes to the lower back pain. So if the client is going like this, look at here now, the pelvic goes back, posterior, hunch back, shoulders get rounded. So because of this affect the thoracic spine, because of this, pressure comes to the shoulder and the neck goes forward. So the whole alignment is disturbed here, and this will not give you any therapeutic effects of this pose. So the person has that kind of problem, tight hamstrings also, always you see that the pelvic goes posterior. So now first and foremost, the goal is to bring the pelvic into neutral level. So guys, you have so many options. If you have a mat, you can use the mat, fold the mat, use 2, 3, 4 mat until you don't find pelvic is neutral. So here I can use this cushion. So you have to ask the client to sit on the edge of the cushion here, that's it. So here you can see now, the pelvic is neutral, right? The pelvic is neutral. So is it possible for you, Sobit, to take this shirt out? So here we can see in more detail. So now again I'm showing you, just lift your buttocks up, brother, so I can release this. So this is, we are showing you in the wrong way, the posterior pelvic tilt. So if you look at on the lumbar spine here, no curve. It is protruding outside more, right? And pressure is going on the back part of your muscles. So lumbar spine, no curve. And if I ask to bend forward, see this hunch here also. So there is a hunch on your thoracic spine too. So hunching, you can see there is no equal stretching on the both side. This side is more higher, this side is more down. So this side is more tight, you can feel, and this side is release. So the side which is going up more obliterated here, this is tight. The side which is going down, this is weak. So paraspinal muscle, what we say? Paraspinal muscles. So in the paraspinal muscles, there is no equal lengthening. So what will happen? These muscles get more weaker, these muscles get more tight. So that's why we say, take the flap out first and create the equal weight on the both sits bone. So just bring your hands underneath your buttocks, take the flap out on the left side, right side. If the pelvic is going posterior, use the cushion. That's it. Now you can see, my dear friends, that the curve is here, it is back. Hands on the side, right? Hands on the side, so you can engage these shoulder blade muscles here. If I ask to hand take, bring forward, muscles get again not in contraction. So this problem happens. You can use, until you don't find that my pelvic is neutral, you can use 1 cushion, 2 cushion, 3 cushion. You can use 1 mat, 2 mat, 3 mat, fold it, and then ask the client to sit on it. So this way we can use, you can find that, bring your hands back. You can see the curve is here. You can bring your hands on the side. The curve is here, the natural curve we can see. Muscle engagement, no pressure on the neck. So base position is here. First and foremost, we have to correct this part that my pelvic is not going backwards. After that, I come to the middle back. So muscle contracted and engaged. So pelvic neutral, muscle engaged. Then I see that if there is a tightness in the hamstring, mostly in the general population, if you see, maximum people has tight hamstrings. So if we ask to force the client into that position and just go with the hunchback, 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 what will happen here now? From the anterior part of your body, you cannot breathe properly. Pressure comes to your heart and lungs, and there is no expansion of the chest, so less amount of oxygen delivers with a less speed to your lungs. So it's not only muscle is affecting, your internal organ is also affecting, creating extra stress on your digestive organs too. So let's come back to the pose, brother. Neutral pose, that's it. Tight hamstrings. So for the tight hamstring, what we have to ask for the tight hamstrings, I can use, which muscle is tight? Hamstring is tight. So just engage the opposite muscle. That is your quadriceps. So we use that block in between the thighs. Squeeze the block. Then you can use the roll mat. If the tight hamstrings are there, I can use this cushion also. Just bend your knees slightly. So I can put this cushion underneath your knees. So it can release some tension from the hamstring. Squeeze the block, right? Here we go. Sometimes you ask that person has no toe contraction. But we need to have toe contraction so we can engage the front thigh muscle, that is your quadriceps. So the pressure from the hamstrings can be released easily. So it has not to be relaxed. If you relax it, no muscle tone, again the pressure comes to the hamstrings. If you engage it, lift your toes up, muscle engages. After that, second step, my dear friends. The second step, hamstring release, quadriceps active here. So for the second step, beginners who is not able to touch towards the toes. Suppose only the target of this pose, it's not bending. It is coming with the extension, the lengthening of the spine. If I'm bending like this way, it creates excessive pressure on my disc. It creates excessive pressure on my sciatic nerve too. So the command should be simple and clear, my dear friends. For the beginners, only I ask first, just raise your both shoulders up, brother. Here we go. So, before to get into this pose, just bring your hands on your pelvis and just anteriorly shift your pelvis slightly so you can release the flap from here. Now bring your hands up. So give some anterior tilt, a gentle anterior tilt so you can create the space on your lower back. Now, rib has to be soft, and rather to move from your belly, you have to move from your heart. So bring your heart forward, bring your heart forward, bring your heart forward, bring your heart forward, bring it forward more, bring it forward more, bring it forward, stay here for a while. You can see the even lengthening. There is an evenly lengthening of the muscles on your paraspinal area. So it's not going up and down, equal and even lengthening on the both sides. If the person has limitation, he or she is not able to touch the toes, we can ask them to bring the block in between and just take the strap. No need to force too much. The goal is extension. The goal is not move with hunchback. The goal is not move with the posterior tilt or no arch on the lower back. So here, lift your heart up and bend forward, extend forward. That's it. Make sure there is no compression we needed. It is just only for the gentle grip to the pose. Right? Gentle grip to the pose. So here what we need, the extension of the spine. So this is, you can see, easily my client is going for the extension. If you want, you can just release the fascia from here. Just release the fascia from here. Release the fascia, and extension. So you can see the evenly lengthening on the both side of the muscles. So make sure no flat back, no hunchback, no rounded shoulders. Right? Spinal extension I needed in that pose if we want to get the good therapeutic benefits from this pose. So we don't have to stay like this way. We don't have to stick only to the blocks, to the strap. Just first for the beginners, that we have to use. Slowly guys, then what we can do, can you come out of the pose please? Out of the pose, neutral again. So I can remove this block. The next variation, I can remove the strap from here. I can remove this. But stay with that. Now, as the client is making the muscle memory here, as he or she is building the muscle memory slowly and slowly here, then the question is here, no problem. Toes active. So with the toes active, now he knows how to engage the quadriceps. By this block which we have used before, so he has a proprioception in the mind. Now I am learning slowly and slowly how to stress this quadriceps. So second variation we can do as the client is progressing slowly and slowly more, my dear friends. Then lift your shoulders up, bring your heart forward, and just try to bring your stomach towards your thigh. Yes, very nice. Bring your stomach towards the thighs and hold your toes first. Extend your spine more and lift your heart up, neck, look at your eye level. If the neck issues you have, no need to drop it. Migraine, headache, no need to drop it. Cervical problem, no need to drop it. Engage the muscle. The neck has to be soft and long. Right? The neck has to be soft and long. Then we go slightly, gently move, bending forward. This is intermediate level. We have to stop it here. No need to force too much to the student that to try to touch your head into the intermediate level. Then we go to the final level now. Release this pose, brother. Release. Come back. Bring this back out. Release that one also. Very good. So take the flap out from your both sits bone. If you feel the tightness here now, right? And if you don't have anything, pelvic is going posterior. So for the beginners, if you don't have anything, right? The modification, slightly bend your knees. Not much, gently down, that's it. Now, control the pelvis, bring your both hands on the pelvis. Slightly take it forward, very good. rib soft, bring your heart forward, lift your hands up, and hold the toes. Toes only. Extend your spine, open your chest. If you don't have anything, this also you can use it for the beginners. Just try to bend the knees so you can avoid posterior pelvic tilt and overstretching from the hamstrings, because hamstrings are too much tight. So this modification we can use it too. Release, brother. So just release it, extend your knees slowly and go backwards. Now the final level, if we have to come here. So same thing we have to do here. Just bring your hands up. Just, okay. First shift your pelvis forward. Rib soft. Bring your hands up. Open your heart and bring your heart forward. Bring your heart forward. Bring your stomach close to your thighs. Very good. And now you can hold it through the heel or whatever the level you want. Extend your spine. If you are comfortable, then drop your neck. If you are not comfortable, hold the block here and rest your head here. And you can see the equal lengthening on the both sides from this Paschimottanasana. So the benefits, what it gives you, give more blood circulation on your paraspinal muscles, stretch your whole posterior part of your body, give you the effect, psychological effect, how to learn how to surrender. Surrender to this divine Mother Earth. So no ego will be there and the mind will get easily open. So it has physical, psychological and physiological benefits. It gives the internal massage to your internal organ, the gentle massage to your internal organs. So it can feel the contraction, relaxation effect. More blood circulation will come, so there is no more degeneration of cells and tissues there. So these are the benefits of this pose. How to come out of the pose? Slightly remove the block first. Take your head up, take your head up, take your head up. Bring your hand to the knees, hand to the knees, hand to the knees. Bring your hand to the pelvis and extend your spine by the stability of the pelvis. So I hope this, all the transaction, all the postures, modification has to be clear to you. If you have advanced level, you can go through the previous way which we have discussed. If you have a problem with the person or the old age people come to you, you can use the chair also. Like for the forward extension, we can use the chair too here, right? No, just in the seated position. Okay, this way we can use. Just bring your legs inside. No, on the down. So you can hold the chair angle here, right? And bend forward, bend forward, bend forward. You can take the chair a little bit more closer. Or we can use 2 blocks if you are not able to reach. And rest your head here. This is for restorative way you can use it. Right? So just you can use the cushion underneath the knees if you have a tight hamstrings. Cushion underneath your tailbone, cushion underneath your sits bone if you have a posterior pelvic tilt, which we have discussed earlier, and that way we can use the chair too. So many modifications that we can use. As you increase the range, we can bring the chair more backwards, backwards, backwards. So we can hold it to the more down level and we can use the block here to rest it. So just according to the level of the student, if we have a availability of the props, try to use it, my dear friends. So it's a very simple pose and give you the good energetic effect on the posterior part of the body. Because we never see our back. So if we stretch it properly every day, we can feel it. And this is also the meditation to surrender yourself to Divine Mother Earth and let all the ego go out from your body. So I hope this must be clear to you. Any questions, any queries about modification of these poses, you can ask us anytime. Feel free to contact us. Thank you so much. Till then, namaste. Have a nice day. Enjoy the Paschimottanasana. Namaste.